Greetings to all those who understand that taking care of ourselves is one of the greatest gifts we can give to those who love us. Today, we're going to talk about something that touches every single day of our lives, yet rarely gets the attention it deserves: how our showering habits need to evolve as we move through our 70s and beyond. Now, I know what some of you might be thinking. Showering? Really? We've been doing this our whole lives. But here's the truth that many doctors and dermatologists wish more people understood. The skin you have today is not the same skin you had at 40 or 50. And treating it the same way can actually cause more harm than good. Let me paint you a picture. Your skin, that remarkable organ that's protected you for 7, 8, 9 decades or more, has been working tirelessly all this time. But just like everything else in life, it changes. The natural oils that once kept your skin supple and protected start to diminish. The outer layer becomes thinner, more delicate. Moisture doesn't stay locked in the way it used to. This isn't failure. This is simply the natural course of life, and it calls for a natural adjustment in how we care for ourselves. Think about it this way. If you had a beautiful piece of vintage fabric, something treasured and irreplaceable, you wouldn't wash it the same way you'd wash a brand new cotton shirt, would you? You'd be gentler, more thoughtful, more intentional. That's exactly how we need to think about our skin after 70. The challenge many of us face is that we've spent a lifetime building habits around cleanliness. Perhaps you grew up in a time when a daily bath or shower was the gold standard of proper hygiene. That routine became as automatic as brushing your teeth, and there's absolutely nothing wrong with valuing cleanliness. But here's where things get complicated. What once helped us can now, ironically, hurt us. When we take long, hot showers every single day, especially with harsh soaps and vigorous scrubbing, we're actually stripping away the protective barrier our skin desperately needs. That tight, dry feeling you might notice after getting out of the shower? That's your skin telling you something important. It's saying it needs those natural oils, and they're being washed away faster than your body can replace them. But before anyone starts thinking I'm suggesting we all stop showering, let's be very clear about something else. Hygiene absolutely still matters. In fact, it matters tremendously. Not showering enough brings its own set of problems. Certain areas of our bodies, the places where skin folds meet, where moisture collects, where friction happens, these areas can become breeding grounds for bacteria and fungus if we're not washing them regularly. The underarms, the groin area, between the toes, under any skin folds, these spots need attention. Neglecting them can lead to unpleasant odors, yes, but more importantly, it can lead to infections, rashes, and skin breakdown that can become serious medical issues. So we find ourselves walking a delicate line between too much and too little. So what's the answer? It's finding your personal balance, and that balance might look different from your neighbors or your friends, or even what you did 5 years ago. For many seniors, this means shifting away from full-body showers every single day. Instead, you might take a complete shower 2 or 3 times a week, and on the other days, focus on washing the key areas I mentioned, what some people call a washcloth bath or a targeted wash. This approach gives you the best of both worlds. You're maintaining proper hygiene where it matters most, but you're not constantly stripping your skin of the oils it needs everywhere else. And when you do take those full showers, think about making them shorter and cooler. I know a hot shower can feel wonderful, especially on a cold morning or after a long day, but lukewarm water is much kinder to aging skin. The products you use matter too. Those heavily fragrant soaps and body washes that smell like a garden or a tropical paradise. They might smell delightful, but they're often loaded with chemicals that can irritate sensitive skin. Look for mild, fragrance-free cleansers. Your dermatologist can recommend specific brands, but generally you want something that says gentle, moisturizing, or designed for sensitive skin. And here's something that surprises many people. You don't need to use soap everywhere, every time. Water alone is actually quite effective for most areas of your body. Save the cleanser for areas that really need it. Underarms, groin, feet, and anywhere you've been sweating or gotten particularly dirty. After your shower or wash, while your skin is still slightly damp, that's the perfect time to apply moisturizer. Not when you're bone dry, but when there's still a bit of moisture on your skin to seal in. A good, thick moisturizer can make an enormous difference. Think of it as giving your skin a drink of water it can hold on to throughout the day. Now, let's talk about something that doesn't get discussed enough: the emotional and psychological side of showering as we age. For many of us, being able to care for ourselves independently is deeply tied to our sense of dignity and self-respect. The thought of needing help with something as personal as bathing can feel like a loss of privacy, a loss of control. But here's what I want you to hear. Adapting your routine isn't giving up independence. It's actually protecting it. Let me explain what I mean. If showering has become difficult because of balance issues, if you're afraid of falling, if the physical effort leaves you exhausted, you're not alone. These are common challenges, and pretending they don't exist doesn't preserve your independence. In fact, it puts it at risk. A fall in the shower can lead to serious injuries, hospitalizations, loss of mobility, and a genuine loss of independence. But making smart modifications, installing grab bars, using a shower chair, getting a handheld shower head, asking for help when you need it, these aren't admissions of defeat. They're intelligent strategies that allow you to continue caring for yourself safely. Consider what happened with Margaret, a vibrant 76-year-old who loved her garden and her independence. She'd been struggling in the shower for months, holding onto the towel bar for balance, her heart racing with fear every time. She didn't want to worry her daughter, didn't want to seem incapable. Then one day, she slipped. Fortunately, she caught herself, but the scare was enough to make her rethink everything. Her daughter helped her install proper grab bars and a shower seat. Margaret was resistant at first, feeling like these modifications meant she was officially old, officially needing help. But after using them for just a week, her entire perspective changed. She wasn't exhausted after showering anymore. She wasn't afraid. She could actually relax and enjoy the experience again. She realized that these simple tools weren't symbols of decline. They were tools of empowerment that let her continue doing things herself. Then there's Robert, 82, who had been showering twice a day his entire adult life. It was just what he did, part of his identity as a clean, put-together person. But his skin had become so dry and itchy that he was scratching until he bled. His doctor finally asked about his showering routine and explained what was happening. Robert was skeptical. He worried that showering less would make him feel unclean, that people would notice. But he agreed to try reducing to once a day, using gentler products and moisturizing religiously. Within 2 weeks, the itching had dramatically improved. Within a month, his skin looked and felt better than it had in years. He told his doctor he wished he'd known this information a decade earlier. Both of these stories illustrate something crucial. Our bodies give us signals, and listening to them isn't weakness, it's wisdom. If your skin is constantly dry, itchy, or irritated, it's communicating something. If showering has become frightening or exhausting, that's information you need to act on, not ignore. This brings us to another vital point: paying attention to your skin beyond just the shower. Your skin is your body's largest organ, and it can tell you a lot about your overall health. Get in the habit of checking your skin regularly. Look for changes: new spots, bruises that don't heal, areas of redness or swelling, sores that aren't getting better. Pay special attention to those moisture-prone areas we talked about earlier. Redness or rash in skin folds could indicate a fungal infection that needs treatment. Persistent itching might be a reaction to a product, or it could signal something else going on. Any wound that's not healing properly needs medical attention. Don't assume these things will just get better on their own. If you notice that a particular soap or lotion seems to cause irritation, stop using it. Our skin can develop new sensitivities at any age, and something you've used for years might suddenly become a problem. It's not your imagination, and it's not unusual. It's just your body changing and telling you what it needs now. Seasons matter too, more than you might realize. In the summer, especially if it's hot and humid where you live, you might find you need to shower or at least rinse off more frequently. Sweat, heat, and humidity create conditions where bacteria and fungi thrive, so extra cleanliness becomes more important. You might need that daily shower in July, even if you don't in January. Conversely, winter is often when skin problems get worse. The cold air outside is dry, the heated air inside is dry, and if you're taking hot showers on top of that, your skin doesn't stand a chance. This might be the time to cut back even more on full showers, to focus on moisturizing, maybe even to use a humidifier in your home. your activity level matters too. If you're someone who's still very active, gardening, walking, swimming, playing with grandchildren, you're going to need different hygiene habits than someone whose days are quieter. There's no judgment either way, but be honest about your lifestyle and adjust accordingly. If you've spent the morning pulling weeds in the heat, yes, you need a shower. If you've spent a quiet day reading and resting, maybe a targeted wash is perfectly sufficient. Here's something else worth mentioning. The time of day you shower can make a difference in how you feel. Some people find a morning shower energizing and refreshing, the perfect way to start the day. Others prefer evening showers, finding them relaxing and sleep-promoting. There's no right answer, only what works for you. But if you're someone who struggles with dry skin, an evening shower might be better because you can moisturize and then give your skin all night to absorb that moisture without interference. Speaking of sleep, many people don't realize that their showering routine can affect how well they rest. A warm, not hot shower about an hour before bed can actually help promote better sleep. The slight rise and then fall in body temperature can signal to your body that it's time to wind down. Just make sure you're not making the water so hot that you're irritating your skin in the process. Now, let's address something that can be difficult to talk about but is incredibly important. What to do when you genuinely need help. Maybe mobility issues have progressed to the point where showering alone isn't safe anymore. Maybe you're recovering from an illness or surgery. Maybe you're just finding that the physical effort is becoming too much. First, understand that needing assistance with bathing is common, and it doesn't mean you've lost all independence or dignity. What matters is how that assistance is provided, and how you feel about it. If you have family members or friends you trust, having an honest conversation with them can be the first step. Many people want to help but don't want to intrude or embarrass you by offering. There are also professional caregivers who are trained to help with personal care in ways that preserve dignity and privacy. They've seen it all, and there's no need to feel embarrassed. Their goal is to help you maintain the best quality of life possible, and that includes helping you stay clean and comfortable. Some seniors find that alternating between different types of washing works well when they need assistance. Perhaps you take a full shower twice a week with help, and on other days you do sponge baths that you can manage more independently. Or maybe you can wash yourself with someone nearby just in case you need support. The key is finding what works for your specific situation. Bathing aids can be absolutely transformative. We mentioned grab bars and shower seats, but there's more available. Handheld shower heads give you control and make it easier to wash without having to stand directly under water or twist and turn awkwardly. Long-handled sponges or brushes can help you reach your feet and back without bending or straining. Non-slip mats are essential for safety. Even something as simple as a terry cloth robe can make the transition from shower to dry much easier and less chilling. Don't be afraid to ask your doctor or a physical therapist for recommendations specific to your situation. They can assess your bathroom and your mobility and suggest modifications that would help you most. Sometimes simple changes you'd never think of can make an enormous difference. Throughout all of this, the most important thing is to be kind to yourself. We live in a society that often equates daily showering with virtue, cleanliness with worthiness. But your value as a person has nothing to do with how often you shower. What matters is that you're taking care of yourself in a way that's healthy, safe, and respectful of where you are right now. If you've been showering daily your whole life and it's suddenly become problematic, that's not a personal failure. It's not laziness. It's not letting yourself go. It's your body telling you it needs something different now. And listening to that is actually the most responsible thing you can do. Some of you watching this might be caregivers or family members of seniors rather than seniors yourselves. If that's you, thank you for seeking out this information. When you're helping someone you love with these adjustments, remember that this person has been taking care of themselves for many decades. Approach the conversation with respect, with recognition that this might be difficult for them emotionally, even if it's clearly necessary practically. Don't take over completely if they can still do parts themselves. Offer help, offer tools, offer solutions, but let them maintain as much control as possible. The goal is always to support independence, not replace it. For everyone watching, whether you're navigating this for yourself or helping someone else, remember that flexibility is your friend. What works this month might need adjustment next month. What works in summer might not work in winter. What works on a busy day might be different from a quiet day. That's perfectly okay. Give yourself permission to experiment, to adjust, to find what feels right. And please, don't suffer in silence if you're experiencing skin problems. Persistent itching, dryness, rashes, or irritation are not things you just have to live with. Talk to your doctor. See a dermatologist if needed. There are solutions, treatments, and adjustments that can help. You deserve to be comfortable in your own skin, literally. As we close, I want you to take away a few key thoughts. First, your skin has changed, and your routine needs to change with it. That's natural, not shameful. Second, there's a balance between staying clean and protecting your skin. You can achieve both with thoughtful adjustments. Third, safety in the shower is not optional. Make the modifications you need to reduce fall risk. Fourth, listen to your body and watch for changes that need attention. Fifth, flexibility in your routine based on seasons, activity, and how you're feeling is smart, not inconsistent. And finally, maintaining hygiene in a way that preserves your comfort and dignity is what matters most, not following some arbitrary rule about daily showers. So here's what I'd like you to do. Take an honest look at your current showering routine. Is it working for you? Or are you just doing it because you always have? Is your skin telling you something that you've been ignoring? Are you avoiding showers because they've become difficult or frightening? Whatever your situation, identify one change you could make this week that would improve things. Maybe it's trying a gentler soap. Maybe it's installing a grab bar. Maybe it's switching to every other day, showers with targeted washing in between. Maybe it's finally having that conversation with your doctor about your dry skin or with your family about needing some assistance. Whatever that one step is, take it. Your comfort matters. Your safety matters. Your dignity matters. And you deserve a hygiene routine that supports all of those things while keeping you healthy. If this information has been helpful, please share it with others who might benefit. These conversations need to happen more openly because too many seniors are struggling with these issues in silence, thinking they're alone or that there's something wrong with them. Remember, taking care of yourself is not vanity. It's not indulgence. It's essential. And doing it in a way that honors where you are right now, that's not compromise. That's wisdom. Here's to your health, your comfort, and your continued independence in whatever form that takes for you.